Hi, I'm Susie.
And I'm Randall.
And this is Before the Hangover.
Hello. And welcome. Welcome, brethren, to Before the Hangover, the podcast where Susie and I talk about our crazy lives in these crazy times, all while enjoying a drink. Susie.
Yes, brother.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
Today we're drinking
The blood of Christ. That's the thing.
It is a thing
That people say sometimes.
Sometimes they do.
But that's not what we're drinking.
That's not. Thank God.
No.
Jeez.
Thank Jesus.
We are drinking the Irish Mule.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
Irish month.
It is Irish month, which is our favorite month because you get wasted.
You get wasted because of St. Patrick's Day, and we celebrate it all month long.
We celebrate all year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But seriously, this month we are celebrating St. Patrick's.
We are. We're going big. We're going ham. We're going
Ham.
other words that mean big.
This drink was recommended by Jake. I'm so sorry. Jake Gorubao. What? You do better.
It's Josh Groban.
What?
It was recommended by Josh Groban.
Jake.
Yeah, I know. It's Jake Garubao.
Gorubao.
We can't say names, so we're sorry.
Yeah.
But
I tried my best.
blame your parents for not having an easier name to say.
Yeah, blame your parents, not us.
Yeah, don't blame us. Actually, I blame my parents for not teaching me how to talk.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, and I blame the education system here in America.
Yeah.
So, actually, it's not any of our fault. It's not.
It's not
your fault for having a hard name to say. It's not my fault for trying to learn. It's just how it is, and we own it.
We own it. So
we own it.
Thank you for recommending.
Thank you, Jake Garubao.
Garubao.
I feel like it's arugula.
Arugula? Jake Arugula.
Josh Arugula.
Josh Arugula, thank you, babe.
Thank you for this suggestion of the Irish Mule. Now, the Irish Mule has no fast facts because the mule is actually Russian and Irish is not, but the mule is actually not Russian either. So it's just a huge
lie.
Confusing. Yeah, because if you go on a website.
No, you know something funny?
I know a lot of things that are funny. I'm a comedian.
Okay, so, wow.
Thank you. Continue.
Okay, so Randall is right. We could not find anything about the Irish Mule.
Yeah.
Besides maybe something was making on St. Patrick's Day. Okay, duh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
of course,
duh. Yeah, duh. Also, have it whenever you want. Duh.
Duh. Also, yeah, drink it whenever.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do, internet.
It's also not St. Patrick's Day. That's next week, but we didn't think this through.
Duh.
So, every day.
Yeah.
But Moscow Mule, this was made in the 1940s. Do you know where?
Yeah.
The Moscow Mule.
Hollywood.
So we're going to tell you about the Moscow Mule.
Basically. It was made in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
At a bar called the Cock and Bull Bar.
Ooh.
Which is a type of ginger beer as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
By John J. I don't know.
By John
actually.
Stamos. By John Garubala.
And basically, the Moscow Mule is the same thing, but with vodka. Okay, so we're drinking the Irish Mule. It's Irish whiskey. So I did Jameson, and then ginger beer, mint, and lime. And let me tell you, this slaps.
It slaps like my daddy. And yeah, that's what's weird is the Irish. So the only thing that makes it Irish is whiskey. Mm-hmm. And they say that the Moscow Mule is a Russian drink because of the vodka, but it wasn't even made in Russia.
Yeah.
So it was actually made in Hollywood, which is actually run by China. So we don't really know. It's a combination of all the things.
We really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so the Irish Mule is actually a Chinese drink. Enjoy.
But I do know, so the Moscow Mule is really popular, and it's most popular for being served in a copper mug.
Right.
You knew this.
I know everything.
This happened because Smirnoff vodka,
yeah,
they were trying to become more popular. So they were like trying to sell the Moscow Mule. They had it in the mug, and they would go all over the U.S. and take Polaroids of bartenders holding a Smirnoff bottle and a Moscow Mule mug and like post it places. And that's how it became popular. That
is amazing. Yeah, because
isn't that interesting?
It said that the Moscow Mule saved Smirnoff from going out of business.
Yeah.
Like, and the only reason why it was created, do you know why it was created at the Cock and Bull bar?
No, actually.
Because the guy had too much ginger beer and vodka and Smirnoff. Specifically Smirnoff and ginger beer. And he was like, oh, I'm just going to put it in a drink.
What?
Yeah. And the
That's
copper
actually-
mugs were a serendipitous accident. Serendipitous word of the day. We're starting that now. Name of the day, Garubala. Some lady, a Russian immigrant named Sophie, was going through Los Angeles trying to sell her father's handmade copper mugs.
No way.
Yeah, and you know who bought all of them?
Smirnoff.
No.
The
Cock
bar.
and Bull. Cock and Bull bar.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is. The Cock
No,
and
I
Bull
believe
bar.
you. Yeah. No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
Yeah.
So Smirnoff literally
Became popular.
Yeah, no, Smirnoff popularized. That's what I'm trying to
Populated.
say. Populated?
Breeded.
Made popular.
Smirnoff mated with ginger beer.
They made it popular.
Yeah.
With the mug.
Pretty much the mug was like a sex tape. Because you put the two of them together and then they sold it to the masses, kind of like Kim Kardashian and Ray J.
Okay.
Ray J.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, Moscow Mule. That's what made it popular. And this is something interesting, too, because different people would make basically this drink, ginger beer, lime, mint, liquor.
Yeah.
And then just add mule at the end. So, literally, there's a huge cult. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Of Moscow mules. Like, Irish Mule. There's a Jamaican Mule with spiced rum. There's just a bunch.
Yeah. There's
Aussie Mule. Yeah.
So pretty much whatever liquor is famous from that part of the world, you put ginger beer with it. Now it's that kind of mule.
Yeah.
It's just a mule.
So it's kind of cool that there's just a bunch of different mules out there.
Yeah.
And it's like the Dark and Stormy, which is basically a mule, but it was called the dog.
I forgot.
Remember
about
when we made the Dark and Stormy?
I don't remember a lot of things.
It was literally just a Moscow Mule, but instead of the vodka, I think it was black rum.
Oh, so it was a pirate mule.
Yeah, which we talked about.
Yeah, you're right. We did talk about that.
It's fine. I drink them, so I think I remember them a little bit better than you do.
Yeah, kind of weird because you think that if you're drinking, you would forget, and I would remember. That's not how it works because the world is weird. Now, here's the thing, too. McCarthyism, pretty much the original cancel culture.
Oh.
Back in the 50s, McCarthyism, they were so scared of communism spreading in America. And McCarthyism was pretty much you canceled people or silenced people for spreading communist ideas.
Oh.
And so, like, writers were getting blacklisted and actors, and it came out that, like, it was just the OG cancel culture. At that time, they were trying to cancel Smirnoff and Moscow Mules.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were Russian. And Russians were spreading communist ideas. So they tried to cancel Smirnoff and Mules. And it didn't work.
What? Yeah.
Didn't work.
Didn't work because it's too good.
Because it was made in Hollywood. And if it's made in Hollywood, you can't cancel it.
Well, yeah, but seriously, though, this drink slaps.
It slaps. It slaps.
I keep saying slaps.
Speaking of slaps, I'm drinking a Froze Rosé Bang Energy.
Oh, my gosh.
As you guys know, it's got 0 calories.
I really thought we, made it past this.
No.
I thought I was like, yes, he didn't mention Bang. You forgot.
Yeah. I never forget. You get all the energy you need, which is 300 milligrams, which is equivalent to 3 Red Bulls. So if you don't want to waste time drinking Red Bulls, just drink a Bang Energy. You save your time, you save your money, and you save lives.
I was just gonna say you might get a heart attack.
You save lives if you're a murderer and you get a heart attack and you die before you can murder. Boom. Segue into what we're talking about.
Cheers.
We're talking about Cheers, the
show.
Cheers
to the Irish Mule.
Cheers to the Irish.
And before the Hangover.
Yes, and
this is chaotic already.
It's already too chaotic, and that's okay because it's St. Patty's Day next week.
Wow, I'll drink till that.
Drink to that. Drink to the Irish.
To that, till that, next week.
Now, before we get into this, how good is it? Say it.
Slaps.
Slaps? You're going to say something else.
I was going to say, fuck me up.
Okay, there we go. Let it out.
Let it out.
So we want to do a special episode next week because it is St. Patty's Day, which is a drinking holiday, and
it is our holiday now.
It is our holiday because this is before the Hangover. It's a drinking podcast, so we have to do the drinking on the drinking on the drinking. I might possibly drink that day in celebration.
Oh, yeah.
We want to make it a big deal. So if you guys have any ideas of how we can make St. Patrick's Day the best, before the Hangover holiday, you know, the holiday of all of us here on this podcast,
drinking together, including Randall,
including me.
Going to be I'm literally so excited.
Yeah, we might try multiple drinks. We might do
Wait, we should.
Yeah, maybe we'll do more.
We haven't talked about
maybe
this
we'll
yet.
do drinking games on the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
It might get crazy. We need your guys' help to organize our ideas because we're all over the place all the time.
Yeah, we have way too many ideas, and if we don't have some suggestions, it might be a little too wild.
Yeah, it might get a little bit too wild, just like this podcast already.
Here, let's take a deep breath.
Now,
Mother.
Now, we already said this a little bit already, but I don't think we mentioned it to the people. We're talking about cults.
Oh, yeah.
Today.
Oh, yeah. It's getting culty.
Now, somebody suggested cults to us. And we don't know who you are.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we couldn't find it.
Literally, we laid here and on our phones, and we were searching for your comment for so long, and we could not find who recommended to talk about cults.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah. You know who you are. You know who you are.
And that's all that's important.
And that's all that matters.
So own it.
So thank you to you.
Reach out to us for
anonymous.
real, though, and we'll reach out you out.
Yeah, we'll reach out you out on our Instagram.
On our Insta.
Yeah.
On our Instagram. So, yeah, we're sorry. We don't remember. But today, we are talking about Colts.
Yes, the Indianapolis Colts.
That's
a football team. Yeah.
Season.
Yeah, they did all right. They made the playoffs.
Yep. They won.
They won.
The Super Bowl?
No, that was Tom Brady.
Damn.
Every year it's Tom Brady. We're talking about Colts as in CULT.
Oh, is that not how they spell it?
No, not at all. They spell it Colts like the horse.
Okay.
COLT.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew that.
I knew that. Okay, so yeah, today we're talking about cults. Yeah. I was looking up what makes a cult. So a cult is basically a group of people with like a common personality, a common base. Sounds like every type of group of people. But they have a charismatic leader.
Okay.
And this is kind of weird. It said that they tend to have a devotion to poverty, but that doesn't extend to the leader. Which I do kind of see that trend where like the people in the cult are supposed to be like kind of humble and they do a lot for like the group and all this stuff. But that doesn't really, the leader is kind of exempt from that.
Right.
Which is kind of interesting.
That's everything.
That's like a common thing for, you think that's for everything?
That's look around.
I mean, I guess.
Look around. Like, just everybody's like that.
It's just weird like for a huge group. Like imagine just like this one leader.
Yeah, that's...
Like, if you lived, like, in an actual cult, like, small town. You guys were all doing the shit work, and then there was this one leader just chilling and living in happiness.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, because he's the closest... I mean, that's kind of like... If you believe in God, right?
Yeah.
That's how he works. He gets to live in the kingdom of heaven, and he watches all of his followers in this
Suffer.
hell. Yeah. In
true.
Poverty. So, thanks a lot. This is actually anything. Everything and anything.
Okay. I'm going to continue. So a cult, they also believe that somehow they were chosen above all others to be in this new era of peace and prosperity. So also in a cult, they believe that they are chosen. That's the base of what makes a cult.
Now, some of that is pretty obvious.
I think actually all of it's
You
obvious.
couldn't lead a cult and be like, I'm not the chosen one.
I am not chosen, but listen to me anyways, but I'm not a leader. I'm the same as you.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, but I'm not leading you, and I don't know any better than you.
It's like, oh, so we're friends.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody really would listen to that person.
Yeah. But this is why I don't want to be in a cult.
No,
it is weird.
Here's my question. What's the difference between cult and just any religion?
I know,
the charisma
Randall.
of the leader? Is that all it is?
I think it's like the acceptance of it.
So we judge. It's us who judge. The outsiders get to judge. Because when you're in a cult, you don't know you're in a cult.
You think?
I think.
Actually, I think you're right. Because I have like seen. Yeah. So recently on TikTok, there's been these like brothers and like people who have left cults and become TikTok famous because they're talking about it. Like they're like, I just left this crazy cult. This is what happened. I had 126 brothers and sisters.
Now that's a big family.
Yeah.
I wonder if birth order really matters in that family.
They were like, what does it mean if you're number
76?
76. What's my personality?
Yeah. I know what your personality is. Fucked up.
You need therapy.
Help. Yeah. You need.
But so I think like people are interested in cults because it's It's weird, it's interesting, and it's weirdly coming to light, especially on TikTok. What was your question?
My question is, what's the difference between a cult and a religion? Because pretty much the only people who define a cult is people who are not in the cult. And really anything can be a cult, because by definition it's just a religious group that follows a charismatic leader.
Yeah.
Who's also a hypocrite, which is every religion ever.
I think that's true. If I were to break it down, the way I would view cults tend to live like in a genuine closed off society together.
Oh.
Like the two I'm going to talk about, they lived in like a town and it's like thousands of them living together and it's just them.
Now,
versus a religion, it's like a common belief where they live their life a certain way. Yes, they have like a leader they look up to, but it's not necessarily in their town. Like these cults have like a physical leader that they see.
Right. So
I would say that's the difference.
So I could say Jesus was a cult leader.
Maybe back then.
I think I mean, technically, based off of your definition.
Yeah.
All of his followers dropped their jobs, dropped everything they did, went and followed this guy, and did anything that he told them to do.
I guess you're right.
So anything's a cult.
Anything could be
anything could be a cult. Technically, we're a cult.
We are?
We are.
You and me?
Yeah.
With who?
So we're very charismatic. I think people know this.
What?
Well, okay.
Okay, yeah, go on.
I'm very charismatic. We got a lot of people, and they follow us religiously. And we're sending out a message called Own It, and the whole message is to know who you are. Uh-huh. And that's it. Now, that sounds like a cult.
We are not starting a cult right now.
We have already started a cult.
No, we're not.
We have started a cult.
I will not admit to this.
Yes. You will not, but I will.
Not. Okay. Well, join Randall's cult if you want.
You already joined. They already joined. You don't know that you're in a cult.
Can there be two leaders?
You can't. Yeah, there can.
No, there can't.
Yeah, there can. This is our cult. We can do whatever the F we want.
All right, fine.
Yeah. The other thing is, if you're in a cult, you don't know that you're in a cult. So I guess now we're not in a cult. Well, now you just
told them.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
now
guys.
we're not in one.
Well, that was fun while it lasted.
So do you want to talk about some?
Let's not. Let's just end the podcast now. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about some.
Okay.
What do you got?
So this one is Jonestown. And basically, it was this guy, Jim Jones, and
fake name. I'm calling it right there. That is a fake name. There's no way. It is. There's a guy named Jim Jones.
He went to a generator online, typed in his real name, and got Jim Jones spit at him. This happened in around the 1970s.
Good year.
And he is, a lot of people, if you know not anything about cults, that sounds like weird, but if you have looked up stuff about cults, he's probably one of the most famous cult leaders because he convinced 900 people to basically commit suicide.
Now that's a good cult leader.
It's a powerful one.
Now, did he convince him or did he force him?
So I'll get into it.
Okay.
So basically what happened was he went by Reverend Jim Jones. I think he started in San Francisco, and he started a cult. Basically what he wanted was he just wanted like a happy community of people. He was like anti-racism. He was a huge socialist.
Oh yeah, he was big into the civil rights movement.
Yeah. He was big into
people really liked him.
Yeah, people liked him, and he was all about just like happiness and
that's how it
whatever.
Always starts.
He had like an interracial family. He adopted a bunch of kids, things like that. So it kind of seems like he had good intentions, right?
They always do.
Yeah, yeah. Genuinely started off good, and then he definitely got corrupt. But what happened was he convinced, I think, 1,000 people to move with him to a small island in
South America. So not an island.
I think
There's
it was
a small part.
Just a small area.
Yeah.
But see, this is when it gets dangerous.
I guess technically all of South America is an island. It's just a giant island.
a giant island to a small place.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Okay.
This is when like cults get creepy. You know, the second your leader wants to seclude you in like a little area in like the forest with nothing around, that's when you should be like, maybe this isn't a good idea.
Maybe, but you know, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts do that too.
Yeah, and that's a cult.
Is it?
Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but they make you sell cookies probably for free, so.
That is true.
Because you can't
pay
$9.
But who's their leader? They don't have a charismatic. It's all about charisma.
It's all about charisma. It's
all about if you don't have a charismatic leader, you're not a cult. Are there such thing as good cults?
Good cults?
Yeah. Do cults? Because it's
well,
always
if you're saying religion is, then I would say
possibly
religion could be.
Because always like, we wanted to start a happy thing, and we wanted to start a better life, and we wanted to help human civilization. And we're like, yeah, that's a good thing. And then they're like, and then we killed 900 people. And then we're like, that's a cult. It's
You are a cult.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it has to do with like power. Like I think it's this person who genuinely has a good intention.
Yeah.
They get too many followers. They start having all this power, and we know power destroys.
I'm definitely going to become a cult leader.
No, you're not.
I kept saying serial killer, but I think it's going to be cult.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm giving you too many ideas.
You gave me too many ideas, and I'm getting more and more powerful every day. I get more followers on Instagram, but I'm considering them followers for my cult.
Oh, you're going to like lose.
Don't unsubscribe. It's too late.
Hundreds.
No, it's too late. I'm going to gain.
Oh, yeah?
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go follow Fresh Cut Randall.
Yeah, do it now or else.
Or else. So he basically just took them to this island, and he just made them work in like just like in a community. They eventually got like super poor. Everybody was saying it was terrible. Nobody liked it there, but they were just kind of brainwashed at this point and followed him. He would I think he had like speakers or something. Whenever he talked, everyone had to be completely silent, and they would like listen and obey all of his rules. And eventually
Sounds like a podcast. Sounds like a podcast.
Everyone be quiet and listen to us.
Yeah, that's what they do. We turn on our microphones and they all listen to us, and we get to
Stop
talk.
calling us a cult.
I'm not saying we're a cult. I'm just saying that we're very similar.
And it could get that way.
And it could get that way. So we got to be careful.
We'll be careful. And then eventually, what happened? This started to get traction in the news, right? So a bunch of people were trying to go to this island to see the cult. Because everybody was like, what is this all about?
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
They're like, come over here, come see it. And then they're like,
brainwashed.
Yeah, brainwashed.
But there was a news reporter and a cameraman and all these people. They went, and a lot of people came out about how much they hated it. And eventually, they were trying to take some of the cult leaders back. And then him and his followers like shot them and ended up killing 5 people.
Oh, yeah. We watched this video. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like this NBC correspondents and a governor from America, right?
Yeah.
Or a congressman. And they came to just check out what's going on.
Yeah, because it had a lot of traction in the media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So still weird. Still weird. Well, maybe because they're from America, but just weird that a congressman would be like, yeah, I'm going to go check out South America and what's happening over there.
But keep in mind, this is like the 1970s where all of this is so like new and interesting to everybody, because now you have media and like news gets out better. And
yeah. But it's just weird for a congressman to go out there, I feel like. I feel like he wanted to join.
You think?
Oh, for sure.
I heard there was a lot of...
Imagine this.
Yeah.
We have a governor in Arizona, Governor Ducey. If he just tomorrow said, I'm going to...
I'm going to go look at this cult.
Yeah. We'd be like, what? Why? Yeah, why aren't you helping our state right now? You'd be like,
Well...
Yeah, I feel like they wanted to join.
I mean, you might be right.
I think I'm right. And then they're like, oh, no, we were trying to save them. Because then they got shot at.
Yeah, they got shot at.
So they tried to take people, right? They tried to take people who didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, because they started to interview people, and they were like, we liked the idea at first, and now we're basically trapped here, and he won't let us leave, and all this stuff. And they're like, okay, well, come back with us. And then it started a little mini war and killed like 5 people.
5 people. Mm-hmm. Some got away.
And leading up to this, he basically knew something like this would happen, and he wanted to see how devoted his followers were to him. Mm-hmm. So he would have them drink, and he would say like, this has poison in it, and then he would have them like all drink like a potion or whatever, and then a punch, and then he would say like, oh, just kidding, I wanted to see if you actually would listen to me.
Yeah.
And then
that's one day, great prank, actually, by the way.
That's I just wanted to see if you would trust me.
Yeah. So
but he would straight up tell him, this has poison, I'm going to meet you in a better life, drink it with me.
And then they would drink it, and then he'd be like, just kidding, it wasn't poisoned.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
You're dumb.
Yeah, but great job. You passed.
So
weird.
It is weird.
Weird thing.
And
weird
then
thing to do.
Yeah, and then after they got
that's like
raided, he basically actually poisoned a bunch of people. So what happened was he had the kids and the babies die first, because he believed if the parents, like offspring, if they're like children,
that's probably what he called them.
He probably did your offspring, give them no type of connection. If their children died, then they wouldn't have a purpose to live, and they would also do it.
So he probably called them your populates.
Your populates. If
Yeah,
your populates
he's
die.
like, your populates die. So after the NBC correspondents kind of was exposing them and running away, they shot at them, and then they came right back to the camp where 900 people were, and were like, okay.
Yeah, and he was like, we have to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to poison everyone. Do you think it was like, it's just a test again?
I don't know. I don't know if he said, like, we're going to get poisoned, or if he was like, just do it with me. I don't know if he, like, told him this time it was poisoned. Well, but either way, this time it was.
They said in that video that the autopsy said that some of them were injected.
Yeah. So basically what I was reading, because there's people who survived this.
Yeah.
900 people died. 300 of them were under 18. So 300 were children.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a lot of survivors of this cult, and they're still alive, you know, because this happened in the 1970s.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah. There's videos about people talking about it. But what happened was they had the kids and children do it first, and it took 5 minutes to die. So the parents were seeing, like, their kids foaming out of their mouth, and, like, the kids screaming and, like, wondering what the heck is going on and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when they realized it was like a switch.
They realized it was a cult?
Yeah, so then people started... They're like, my baby's dying. Yeah, that's when they realized it was a cult.
And then they took the poison also? And then they were like, well.
So I think this is when it gets tricky. Some people were like, maybe did it at the same time. But this is when a lot of people decided not to. And I think some people got forced. It looked like a lot of people had to run away. I watched this interview with someone who survived. And they were 16 years old, and they ran like 30 miles in the forest just trying to escape after all of this. Yeah. So
he probably got
900
that's at least
people
40,000 steps.
He got a lot of steps in.
He probably was very proud of that. Here's the thing about what I'm noticing about the more I compare us to a cult. Now, we're a cult as well because we're charismatic leaders who force people to drink. We're always like, drink, drink, drink.
Drink with us, drink with us.
Yeah, drink with us, drink with us.
Even though you don't even do that.
I don't do it yet.
Are you the leader?
I'm not saying yes or no.
I feel like you might be the leader because I'm drinking.
Yeah.
And apparently too, I was reading other things where he told them they were going to die. Also, I heard that he just told them, I'm going to meet you in a better place.
Yeah.
So didn't really say death. So people were like, we didn't know what he meant.
Oh, so they did probably think it was roofie.
Like, you know, they're like, oh, we're about to just trip together.
And they're like, probably his bedroom. Yeah. And then he was like, just kidding. It's not poison. They're like, poison? And he was like,
oh, crap.
Like, do you honestly think that you could get trapped in a cult?
No.
Like, what do you think is so... They must just be the coolest guys.
Cult
leaders?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that
because otherwise everybody's stupid or this guy's really smart.
Maybe, yeah, I don't want to say like you're stupid if you've been in a cult, because I know some people were like born into it, right? And it's one of those things where the only way I could see myself being in a cult is if I was born into it and I like got out somehow. But there is no way in hell. I think I just like literally being like single and stuff recently, you know? I'm just too independent at this point. Too
independent. I'm not, but you know what happens a lot of times? They prey on independent people.
No.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah, like serial killers. They go for the loners, the people who seem like they're looking for something and they give them what they need.
Yeah, but
they say, "Hey, here's a good time. Drink this punch."
Would you join a cult?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Only if you're
Why
the leader?
would you think my answer would be anything other than maybe?
Either than maybe or yes.
Yeah. You know I'm joining the cult called Bang Energy. Bang Energy is a family, and we're trying to just spread the good message of our CEO leader.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is another one I found, and this one is like currently happening.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting. So this cult is called the FLDS, the Fundamentalist Latter-day Saints. Or
Floods.
These nuts.
Yeah.
This is basically an offshoot of Mormonism.
Okay.
And it happened in 1991 when a group of men were excommunicated from the Mormon church.
Now you got to be pretty freaking crazy to be kicked out of the Mormon church.
I know.
For Mormons to be like, nah, you're a little bit too much.
We don't like you.
Yeah.
But Mormons are strict.
Yeah, but to be like, you're too Mormon.
Oh, no,
right?
no. Because they were all into like
Mormon.
polygamous relationships and stuff like that.
That is what Mormonism used to be.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, so they were like, you're too Mormon.
Yeah, you're too Mormon for us now. I forgot about that.
Yeah. They used to be like all about having multiple wives, and
Yeah, you're right.
and then they changed their religion.
Yeah.
It would be like if I was following Christianity and then I was like, I'm going to go be a carpenter just like Jesus. And then the church was like, that's too Jesus-like.
You're too much
like Jesus. It's kind of give us the heebie-jeebies. Get out.
You need to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. But this is what's crazy is this happened in the border of Utah and Arizona. And
crazy.
Well, that's where we are. So I'm like, ooh, it's right next to home.
Yeah, that is just crazy.
They have like 6,000 to 10,000 members, and the reason that they were right on the state line was so that they can like cross states if like one of their like sites were getting raided, because they have to stay super low key. They do a lot of
what do they do that's illegal?
They have incest. They're super racist, which they abandon teenage boys. Like if you don't obey the cult, you just get like straight up abandoned. They call them lost boys. There's child abuse. Mm-hmm. They try to marry like 14-year-old women, so there's like to like older men.
I asked what they do that's illegal. I don't see what's wrong with this group so far.
Oh, really? Like sex trafficking, basically. Like 13-year-old women.
No, I get it. I'm just joking. You know
why am I on this podcast?
You know,
I was literally looked at your face.
Yeah, I know. You were like,
I was like, what?
You took me so seriously right there.
Your face looked so serious. I really believed that.
I am the one. I think 14-year-old girls, weird, but also Mary in the Bible was 14.
But this is also
too
2020.
Much like Jesus. They're too much.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this happened Rulon Jeffs took it over in 2002, and then now his son Warren has it. But
he took over.
He's like
take it over like it's a bar.
He's like the cult leader.
Like it's a cock and bull bar.
He's like, hey, I'm ruling this shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this has more cock and bull than cock and bull.
It's so insane. It's literally so insane.
Yeah.
But okay, so the women, which I think when people think of cult, this is kind of what they
they
picture.
Think of the Baltimore cults. Yeah.
So the women, they can't have short hair, they can't wear any makeup, they can't wear any trousers like shorts or jeans, and all their skirts have to be below the knees.
What's weird is some of that is very progressive.
What?
Not wearing makeup. I mean, that's kind of like
that's
feminist.
True, I'm not wearing makeup.
Yeah, to be like, no, you're not supposed to wear makeup.
No,
no
makeup.
You're perfect the way you are.
It's the opposite of flight attendants.
Yes, it is the opposite of flight attendant.
And then usually they wear homemade pastel colored long sleeve like prairie dresses. Mm-hmm. And long stockings.
Well, some people are into that.
I went to Utah to go snowboarding, and I literally saw a group of people from a cult.
How did you know that they were from a cult?
Well, because first of all, I was in southern Utah, which is like kind of around this area.
Right.
And I was visiting.
Wait, southern Utah?
Yeah.
Like close to the Utah and Arizona border?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I hate you.
That's so crazy.
I literally hate you.
That's so close.
So close to us.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
Are you scared? And yeah, we were just like walking around, and there was a lot of them, and they seemed kind of like socially awkward a little bit.
Are you sure they just weren't homeschooled?
I know. They kind of give off that like homeschool vibes.
You know what sucks about this pandemic? You can't make fun of homeschoolers anymore because everyone's homeschooled.
I know.
Anyways, go back to
Loved making
yeah.
fun of
You can't.
homeschoolers.
Now you can't bully people. Gosh, I hate this virus.
Dang it.
All right.
And I was with my
so they're
my friend
socially
Michael.
awkward, and you just knew.
Well, it was just really weird. It was just kind of a culture shock, honestly, because
they were culture shocked, or you were culture shocked.
I feel like I was like, first of all, no one in Utah wore masks. I was the only person wearing a mask, and there was just like a lot of people dressed like that.
Well, that's because God's protecting them.
No, seriously.
You know what God is not protecting though?
What?
Their balls. God does not protect the balls, but thank the Lord that we have Manscaped. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. They're the best in below the waist grooming, Susie. Susie, how important are balls?
Balls are so important.
Balls are the most important thing in my life.
Maybe my favorite, yeah.
Things, plural.
Manscaped is awesome. They hooked us up with their Perfect Package 3.0 kit. And yes, they gave one to me and Randall. And I'm totally saving mine for my future boyfriend.
Yes, because we all know that he'll have balls too. See, I didn't know this until I got this manscaping kit. The man has to trim his balls himself.
Right.
For a long time, I was going to barber shops and saying I'll take a little around the edges, and I was immediately kicked out when I pulled down my pants.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but lucky for me, Manscaped got the new Lawnmower 3.0. It has cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents. Ouch! With their advanced skin-safe technology, so you don't get bloody balls.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, it has a light. I was like playing with everything in the kit, and it has like an LED light, and it's waterproof, and I was like, that's cool.
Yes, you can use it in the shower. Just make sure that you don't use the same trimmer on your face as your balls.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that would be bad for your balls because your face is probably dirty. So it all comes in their Perfect Package 3.0 kit along with some nice smelling stuff.
Yeah, it does. So we opened our package together, and I was smelling like they have their ball deodorant in the ball toner, and it smells so good.
It smells delightful.
Like I literally just want to give it to someone and be like, please use this.
Yeah, I would.
I'm just saying, like, we would have a good time. That's it. That's all I'm saying. It also comes with a travel bag, which, sorry, future boyfriend, I'm keeping this. It's really cool. It's like a leather travel bag that I'm putting all my makeup into. It's
really, really, really super nice, and it should be because you should be nice to your balls. They also threw in a couple other gifts. They gave us a pair of high-performance Manscaped boxer briefs, which I'm used to low-performance boxer briefs.
I'm also used to low performance.
Yeah, but mostly because my balls hang so low.
So get 20% off and free shipping with the code BTH at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use our code BTH.
Yeah, unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Trust me, your balls will thank you.
Anyways, back to my story.
Yeah, what were you talking about?
I was with my friend Michael and I asked him, and he was raised super Mormon.
Super Mormon!
Super Mormon.
I was raised super Mormon.
And I was like, are they Mormon? Because I didn't want to offend them and say, are they in a cult? You know? Mm-hmm. And he looked at me and he was like, oh no, they're part of like one of the cults around here. He's like, you see them all the time. So there's like different cults that are like popular, and obviously they have to go into town to get food and stuff, but
yeah.
He said they're...
Are you sure that they weren't just Amish? Why isn't Amish people part of a cult? Why aren't they called cult people?
I think they are.
No.
Really?
No charisma.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No
but
charisma.
That's kind of funny that like the Mormon who's a super Mormon was like, those are the weird people.
I know. He's like they're part of the cults.
Those are the weird ones.
I'm like,
they don't wear makeup. Oh.
What?
Freaking weirdos.
I'm like, you don't drink coffee. You're weird.
Yeah.
He's like never had alcohol or any type of coffee or anything. Not a sip.
Well, neither has Tom Brady.
Well, and we love Tom Brady.
I love Tom Brady. I'd follow that man to suicide.
Would you?
Maybe.
So this cult, specifically the FLDS's,
it just sounds like you're saying...
Why did that sound weird?
It sounds like you're saying F the Latter-day Saints. Like FLDS's.
FLDS's.
Dude, FLDS's.
Honestly, they probably think that.
But it's actually fundamentalist. So they're actually more LDS than LDS's.
Yeah. So it should be MLDS.
What is that?
More
Mormon. We are Mormon.
Yeah,
we're Mormon. We are Mormons.
Why is that so
funny? We are
Mormons
than you Mormons.
We are Mormons.
Than Mormons. Yeah, we're Mormon than Mormons.
We are
FLDS's, bro. We're Mormons.
Stop. I can't stop.
Yeah. You can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. There's no right being that funny. Why do I think that's so funny? I bet I'm the only one.
Because I'm hilarious.
Okay. So they believe, this is so interesting to me, they believe the government is untrustworthy and corrupt.
Well, that's true.
But
I don't think that's I mean,
they take advantage of the government.
They do?
Yeah, so like they're like, oh, the government's untrustworthy, corrupt. True, whatever.
Yeah.
But the government only recognizes one woman as the legal wife of a man. So basically in this cult, like there's men who are married to like 20 to 30 women.
Nice.
Okay, and they have like hundreds of kids. Like literally one man has like 170 kids or whatever. So because of that, only one of those women are his wife. So all the rest of them are single moms, and they qualify for welfare checks and food stamps for all of their kids.
Wow. That's kind of a good way to get around it.
I know. And then they found out that $6 million of public funds went straight to the fundamentalists in Colorado City in Arizona.
I mean,
so like literally within this small community, they got $6 million of public funds.
Yeah.
Because of all the welfare checks and food stamps. I think that's kind of fucked up.
Kind
it's
of.
Like they're sitting
There's
here...
no way that one dude is making enough money to help 100 kids.
Which I get that, but also like, doesn't that annoy you that your money is like going to them when they're sitting there acting like high above all, you know, hate the government, hate society.
Yeah.
They definitely think they're like superior than everyone.
Right. And they're exposing the government. Dude, I do hate the government, and the government should stop doing that. But until they stop doing that, keep doing it. But here's the thing. I know that we're talking about how he's got multiple wives and he's got 100 kids. Mm-hmm. But you know what all 100 kids have?
What?
A father. A guaranteed father. And that's got to be nice.
Jesus?
Because a lot of people don't have... No, just like
you really
houses
think,
without fathers.
You really think that
are
guy
messed up.
knows all of them? Seriously?
I hope he does.
There's also like a ton of incest and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's weird. But
marrying
I think
cousins.
all religion has a little bit of incest in it. Talk about Adam and Eve. Their sons and daughters had to have sex with each other. That's just how it is. It's how religion works.
Religion?
That's okay. Yeah, sometimes you have to turn a blind eye to the bad things. I mean, Mary was 13, and we're like, that's okay. It was a different time. But then we're also like, but it's not okay to hate your wife, because even though that was a different time and the Bible says to do that. You know what I'm saying?
The Bible says to hate your wife?
Oh, yeah, it says to hate your wife. Now, here's a question.
What's up?
If the roles are reversed, are we into that? If one woman has multiple husbands,
I think at that point, though,
I think that's kind of hot.
I think it's hot, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
And she has 100, oh man.
I know, well, exactly, though.
100 kids.
But that's the point,
They're just falling out. Yeah.
Because it wouldn't really work like that.
Yeah.
You know? Like what? She's gonna go get 30 men pregnant?
Maybe.
That's also what I don't like about it, too. Just the fact that it's like one man. It's all about him fulfilling his, like, future.
Right, but if it was one woman.
Oh, no. But they would, they wouldn't do that.
Why not? Well,
if I start a cult, that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have all these. I mean, that's pretty much what The Bachelor is. The TV show The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Or Bachelorette.
But she picks one at the end.
Yeah, kind of like them. They pick one, and all the others are just
single?
On welfare. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that. I don't know why it's illegal to have more than one wife or more than one husband. Why is that so bad?
I don't know.
Like, if you're willing to commit and marry and have kids and provide for those kids.
But
I don't see the bad thing. They're like, there's a reality TV show where a guy does that.
He has multiple wives?
Yeah.
He has like a show where he's just married to
multiple. Yeah, and they like buy. So
did
they
you
have
watch
houses.
this show with your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, because she loved reality.
She loved
TV
reality.
Yeah.
Randall's seen the most random reality TV shows ever. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I watch them all, and I'd be like, I'm not really that interested. And then the next week, I'll be like, so what happened to that one guy?
Wait, so tell me.
So he had multiple wives, and he was like a multimillionaire, so he actually could provide for his family.
Okay.
And then they were getting funds from this show.
Okay.
As well. So that's
wait, what does multiple wives mean?
So he had like 3 or 4 wives.
Okay. I mean, I'm just thinking like, I can handle 2.
I think he had 5 wives.
That is so insane.
And on top of that, they're all hot.
Damn.
And and they like owned a cul-de-sac, and they had nice houses on each cul-de-sac.
So did each wife have her own house?
Had her own house with her kids, and then the dad would stay with each house depending on what day of the week it was.
Oh, that is so weird.
Yeah.
I would do that.
See? And like, imagine that.
I'm just kidding.
Imagine that the roles are reversed, right?
Uh-huh.
We're open-minded here at the cult. And it's you, and you have 5 husbands, and you get to come home to a different one every time. Imagine you're getting real pissed off with your husband, Derek, right?
Yeah.
And you just don't want to see him today. So you just go to your other husband, and you have a completely different day.
Yeah. I know, sounds lovely.
That sounds great. I wonder if cheating is a problem in that.
Cheating?
Yeah,
no,
she has sex with someone who's not her
relationship.
Who's not her husband, and they're all like, "What the hell?"
They're all
yeah, all of them. You cheated on me.
They all
in unison.
They all
you cheated on me.
You cheated on us.
And those kids too. The kids are on the reality TV show.
Oh yeah.
And they get interviewed, and it's interesting.
What do they think of it? Do they understand, or do they think
they understand.
Oh, really?
Perfectly, yeah.
They're not like, oh, this is a random guy that comes by.
But it's just normal to them, because again, when you're in the cult, you don't know that you're in the cult.
They think it's normal?
Yeah, they're just like, that's cool. I mean, some kids are like, it's weird. But they're like, that's just how I grew up. I don't know any different.
Yeah.
Some of them are from different marriages. So, like, the wife had a kid with another guy. She got divorced, and now she's married to this guy. So some of the kids are like, it's weird. But then they're like, but I like him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I'm happy my mom's happy.
See, so this is something that I also was, when I was like reading about it, or people's testimonies when they got out of cults, a lot of them, like you said, didn't know they were in a cult, which means nothing bad really happened to them because they thought it was kind of normal.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Which obviously you hear stories about, like the Jonestown one, where those people who survived that, they probably have crazy PTSD because they watched their family members die in front of them.
Right.
But other cults, like for example that reality TV show one, or the one in Utah, like when they leave, they kind of just think, like a lot of people have been like, oh yeah, I was part of a cult, but nothing crazy happened to me.
Yeah,
like I just eventually realized it was kind of weird and decided to leave, and then that's that.
I think all religion is culty.
Yeah.
All religion is, and I think some seems more culty than others, like the Mormons.
Yeah.
Not the FLDSs, but just the LDSs.
You think? I think they're getting
culty,
more.
Right? I mean, like there's like special underwear you have to wear. They believe that you get your own planet. And like, if you get married, if you're not Mormon, you can't watch the marriage ceremony.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you can't step into the temple if you're not Mormon.
Wait, that sucks. I have a friend that's getting married and she's Mormon.
Too bad.
So I can't go?
No, you can't go. They'll have 2 separate ceremonies.
Oh.
But the real one, you won't be a part of.
That's so interesting.
Unless you convert quickly. So like, even that I would say is more culty. And like, I have a lot of Mormon friends who have left the Mormon church, and they'll be like, it's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a total cult.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know much about Mormonism,
I don't either.
but I know that they have those feelings. Like, yeah, I wasn't allowed to have caffeine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, how can you say that Bang energy is evil?
Right.
You're saying that 300 milligrams of Bang energy...
I think they can have caffeine. They can't have coffee.
Just coffee?
Just coffee. Or tea.
Or tea.
Anything that was like originally hot.
Good.
I think you can have Bang if you're Mormon.
Okay, so they're not that bad.
They're actually fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Because they believe in the Big Bang. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't. No, they believe the Big Bang was when Adam and Eve first had sex.
What?
The Big Bang.
No way.
So yeah, but cults are weird, and we both grew up Christian.
Yep.
I believe that we grew up in a cult. Kind of.
No, I think we did.
Like, because I used to once a month, I would go to church and drink the blood of Christ and eat his body. And saying that out loud now, cult.
Some people even...
That's a cult.
I feel like I've heard Christians say that they think it literally turns into the blood of Christ in the body.
Yeah.
I know Catholics actually do. Like, Catholics genuinely believe that once you, like, take it while you're praying... Oh, that's so creepy. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I just made that up.
No. They really do believe that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
Yeah. They believe that it is the blood
in the body.
Yeah. Which I heard in another like interview or something that a wafer for the Catholic Church is only like 0.5 calories. So really the body of Christ is low calories and it's keto. So make sure that you try it out.
Yeah, make sure to go try it.
It's actually pretty nice. But
so you feel like you were raised in a cult?
Come on. You can't talk about how like every night I would get down on my knees by the foot of my bed and my parents would make sure that I prayed correctly. Isn't it weird that when you pray you have to close your eyes?
Yeah,
Why?
that's weird.
Why?
Yeah.
You have to fold your hands? Why?
Yeah.
Why do we have choreography?
Why is there choreography for talking to my God?
And I mean, the Catholic Church believes that you have to go through like a ritual before you can even do communion.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like you have to earn the right to eat Jesus's body. Weird. Weird.
Stop making me eat Jesus.
Yeah, stop making me eat Jesus. I get that he is inside me, but I don't want him actually inside me. I feel like Jesus is in heaven right now just watching everyone is like, this is not what I meant when I said that. I shouldn't have ever said that. Why did I think that they would be able to understand what I was trying to do?
When he said, take my body?
Yeah, I feel like he was trying to be like prolific and like kind of say something important. He was like, I didn't mean for them to do it every month. Like Like it was the Last Supper. That was the last time that was supposed to happen.
It was supposed to be a really important day. You do not need to eat my body every single month.
Here's what's funny. Is there some people that believe this, and maybe some of our followers do, that talking like this is blasphemous. Like talking about communion in this way is punishable, and we should be excommunicated from the church. Maybe. Isn't that crazy? And then we're like, but Christianity isn't a cult. It's a cult.
Well, and it's what's interesting too is like, just because Christianity is so popular,
right?
And talking like this, people would be like, "How dare you?" Whoa. My mom used to be like, "You're gonna get struck by lightning."
Yeah, I hope so.
You will instantly die.
Cool.
Which first, that's fucked up. Being like, hey, if you doubt something or if you say something that's wrong, then something bad's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, it sounds like a cult.
Yeah,
sounds like a cult.
But what is funny is like, I first of all am more accepting of other religions now that I'm not really involved with the church.
Yeah.
But when I was part of like the Christian church, like very seriously, all they did was like judge other religions. Like, how freaking crazy is it that Mormons are doing this? Blah, blah, and you're like going on rants about it. So if they're going to get mad at us for going on a rant about Christianity, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know for a fact you guys rant about Mormons and like all these.
And Islam and Judaism.
Yeah, and like Buddhists. Like, how could they believe that? They do all this weird stuff. And then the second we're like, communion's a little weird.
Yeah, and they're like, how dare you get out of the church right now, and I hope you die of AIDS. Because that's what you get. It's funny that people don't see the cultiness of, that's a new word I just made up, cultiness. The cultishness of Christianity.
Yeah.
And being like, how dare you talk about like God like that? How dare you? As if God can't take a joke. He has no sense of humor.
Yeah.
You kidding me? He gave men nipples. That's hilarious. This guy is the funniest dude ever.
He gave men nipples.
Your
mom is probably so sad right now.
She's not sad. She knows.
Yeah.
She knows I have nipples. She wouldn't be sad about that.
You're like, she saw me naked when I was a baby.
She's seen my nipples. The other thing that's funny about Christianity that is so cultishness is when you ask for evidence of like prove that this is true, and they just point to the Bible again.
You're like, okay, but what if I don't believe that?
Yeah, you're like, how do you know that Jesus is real? And they go, well, in the book of Isaiah. You're like, okay, how can you tell me that Jesus is real without the book? Well, in Genesis, and you're just like, okay, that's as if I was like, well, wizards are real, and then you're like, well, I don't believe in wizards. And I go, well, in the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter says, no, I don't believe that. Well, in book 4, Goblet of Fire, it's like, no, I don't believe that. Well, then you're going to hell. Get out. Get out of my house. How dare you bring Satan into here?
Yeah, how dare you?
Anyways, this is not a cult. So I think that this really taught everyone a little bit about the craziness that we're all in a cult.
Yeah, we really are.
And we have been forever.
And cults are all around us.
Cults are all around us. I think this was a good episode.
Are we going to say at the end of every podcast?
No, I'll cut this out.
Oh, do you?
No, I'm going to keep it in. Jeez, you didn't get anything. What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? Nothing. I'm a perfect human being. If you guys want to learn how to live like me, go follow my Instagram. All right, guys,
thank you for listening to this podcast.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
I'm trying to stop them before they get stuck into your cult.
Thank you guys for listening. I hope that you learned more than we did. Right? I hope that you get more from this than we did.
Yeah, I hope you did.
Don't forget to get drunk, and don't forget to give us some suggestions on what we should do for St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Because
we're going to be lit.
We're going to be so lit.
This might actually be one of the episodes where we're like drunk.
We might get really drunk. We might play some drinking games. We might do it live.
Yeah, we might do like the whole podcast live. So
we're playing with some ideas. So give us suggestions. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Follow Susie. Follow me. And follow us to the middle of South Africa, where we will be.
Just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. The small island of South Africa.
You're just gonna be happy. We're all gonna be living in joyful bliss.
Yeah. So, thank you guys.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
I don't know why I said that, but it felt right.